published 1431 Est, the 25th of November 2017, updated 0734 Est, the 26th of November 2017. Hundreds of people gathered for an emotional candle-lit vigil in memory of Gaia Pope exactly a week after her body was found. Crowds of mourners observed a minute's silence and listened to heartbreaking tributes to the 19-year-old at the Prince Albert Gardens Amphitheatre in Swanage, Dorset this afternoon. Her father Richard Sutherland, mother Natasha Pope, sister Clara, and cousin Marianna Pope Wiedemann thanked the community for their support as they fought back tears. Crowds of mourners observed a minute's silence and listened to heartbreaking tributes to the 19-year-old at the Prince Albert Gardens Amphitheatre in Swanage, Dorset. Gaia's cousin Marianna Pope Wiedemann is pictured consoling the teenager's sister Clara this afternoon. Gaia Pope's father Richard Sutherland gave an emotional tribute to his late daughter, pictured left as her mother Natasha was pictured hugging a friend as they fought to hold back tears at this afternoon's vigil. Many placed candles in glass jars near a floral tribute speaking Gaia. Picture below a framed photograph of the teenager. The amphitheatre was illuminated with the glow of hundreds of candles lit in memory of the teenager, whose body was found on November 18, 11 days after she disappeared. Many placed candles in glass jars near a floral tribute spelling out her name. Below a framed picture of her cousin Marianna Pope Wiedemann told crowds, "Gaia was like a sister to me since she was a baby. Since the start of her life she shone fiercely, defiantly different and wise beyond her years." Gaia's sister Clara is pictured placing lit candles in front of a framed picture of Gaia Pope and a floral tribute to her. The vigil was held as night fell this afternoon in Swanage, Dorset. The Dorset coast was lit with the glow of hundreds of candles as night fell this afternoon. Gaia Pope's mother, father, sister and cousin attended her vigil and gave heartbreaking tributes to her. Gaia's sister Clara is pictured kissing her mother Natasha center on the forehead at this afternoon's vigil held in her memory. The 19-year-old sister Clara pictured back left, mother Natasha pictured front center, and her father Richard Sutherland back right hold each other as they observe a minute's silence. The teenager's family are pictured on the way to the Prince Albert Gardens Amphitheatre in Swanage, Dorset, where a candle-lit vigil was held as the sun set this afternoon. A written tribute to beautiful Gaia from a friend of hers against a picture of her surrounded by flowers. Pictures, flowers and messages were left at the vigil for Gaia Pope, pictured as hundreds gathered there this afternoon. She was full of life and laughter even in hard times, which she met with courage and dignity. She wore her heart on her sleeve and always encouraged me to be brave even when I didn't want to be. It breaks my heart to think how much she still had to give the world, which she was determined to change for the better. She was a powerful young woman and it was well within her reach." Speaking last week, her mother Natasha paid a heart-wrenching tribute to her, saying she was a wise, magnificent soul who burned far too bright for this world. A touching tribute delighted hundreds of candles lit up the Dorset coast this afternoon as people remembered Gaia Pope. A mourner places her tribute to teenager Gaia Pope, who went missing on November 7 and whose body was found 11 days later between her home in Langton-Matravers and Swanage, Dorset. A woman is pictured lighting her candle in memory of Gaia, whose body was found 11 days after she disappeared. Her father Richard Sutherland said his daughter was no longer in pain, adding, "Our beautiful bird has flown. She's not with us now in body, but she will remain in our hearts and with us forever. So while the loss of her in one way is immeasurable, we will treasure you, Gaia, and honor you always. You're not in pain anymore, my darling. We love you. I love you." Gaia went missing on Tuesday, November 7 and was last seen in a distressed state at the home of her childhood friend Nathan Elsey in Manor Gardens, Swanage. She was suffering from PTSD and had a severe case of epilepsy. Gaia's mother Natasha Pope is pictured holding a candle in memory of her daughter, whose body was found a week ago today. The teenager's body was found in thick, dense gorse close to the edge of 70-feet cliffs known as Dancing Ledge, near Swanage, Dorset on November 18. The isolated location was about half a mile from where her clothes had been found by a member of the public on November 16 and was one of her favorite places to go. A post-mortem examination did not identify any injuries to suggest third-party involvement in Gaia's death, and police have said it is being treated as unexplained. Detectives held 3 members of the same family on suspicion of her murder: Rosemary Dinch, 71, her son Paul Elsey, 49, and her grandson Nathan Elsey, 19, who are set to sue police for wrongful arrest. Members of the community in Swanage, Dorset are pictured holding candles in memory of Gaia Pope, whose body was found in the area last Saturday. Mourners are pictured watching the sunset at the Prince Albert Gardens Amphitheatre in Swanage, Dorset, near where Gaia Pope lived in Langton-Matravers. Hundreds gathered to hear friends and family of Gaia Pope speak of the loss and pay tribute to the beautiful girl she was. Candles lit up the Dorset coast in Swanage this afternoon as a vigil for Gaia Pope took place at nightfall.